emotions to watch that at the end. You win, you don't win, you're offside, you go to a shootout, you win again. I mean, what was that like?
Yeah, that was a roller coaster. There's no other way to explain it, of emotions. And I thought that our guys worked their way back into that game. A lot's gone on in the last few days. Lots of different guys in different positions in the lineup. We had some challenges very early in the game against a very good hockey team. We took us a while to dial it in, and we could have went the other way at any moment. A team scores early like that, it could be a barrage, and we held it together as long as we needed to get to our game. And I thought we had some, I don't know how many goalposts we had tonight, but hit the post quite a few times. Still weren't rewarded for it, and then Bryson ties it up. Obviously, Owen scores that goal that was disallowed in overtime. So lots of good, but it took a while to get to good, and in the process of it, you had to really, hunker down, fight the psychology of things over the last few days, and all of that made it a little bit more emotional, I guess.
Were you back in the office already, or where were you when you found out?
No, we waited in the locker room. Obviously, our video crew alerted us once we got to the locker room that, things were on hold at that point. So, we waited a second or two till we, knew for sure. And then it was get back out there and win it again if we have to.
How do you get everybody's heads back in the game? I mean, some of them probably had their jerseys and shoulder pads on.
You saw it. They didn't have any problem getting their heads back in the game, and that was the message. Let's go win. Let's go win it again. So, and the energy level rose right back up. So, they're running a little bit of pissed off at that point. So use that energy good, and I thought they did. We had a chance. Cousins had a couple in overtime. What do they replay the 20 seconds? I think he had one or two chances right there in overtime. So they stayed on it immediately, which was nice.
Your forwards have to be frustrated at times offensively. We saw the number of posts today and missed chances. They converted in the shootout. Just how difficult is it for guys used to scoring when they get into one of these situations where it's just hard to put the puck in?
Yeah, well, Thompson scored a nice goal, a second effort on the power play, which was great. But you have to learn to just let go of it, and otherwise it just compounds the situation. And I think the energy you saw the second half, the progressive energy in the game, you saw progressive confidence, whether the puck went in or not. They were pretty convicted. We were pretty convicted that give me the puck again. Didn't go in there, but give me the damn thing again. And you could see that. You see that in body language. I thought Byram was key again today, and just we're going to have a different look with you have a different lineup now, and I thought he was really effective, obviously with Dahls and Owen and Yoki, and obviously Bryce stepped up big with Cliffy. So I thought those 6D were very, very good tonight.
Jacob scores his first goal in well over a year. Just a big goal. What's the excitement for him on the bench? What's the emotion, I guess, when a guy like that scores?
Well, for me, and I had written down even after the game, just talked to the team. It was Rusick, Jost, Olofsson, and Bryce, and I probably missed somebody, but haven't been in the lineup much, and haven't been in the lineup in a while. And I was very excited for all of those guys, and then Bryce scores because they've stayed on it, they've worked hard, and they were ready to go today. They were ready to take advantage of their next opportunity when they didn't know when it was going to come, and today it came, and they were ready, and they were a big part of our success today.
What does it do for the group when Luukkonen's making the sort of saves that he was in the second and third to buy time for you guys, and just so you can keep at it and try to tie that game?
It's everything. It's that's key. That's something that he's evolved into the goaltender he is today, and he makes it look pretty easy. He's very confident, under control. He's reading shooters. He's reading situations. But he's getting those reads off of our defensemen as well, or off our defensive system or scheme as well. We're going to give up this shot, but you're going to have to shoot it to the back post because there's nothing else. There's no seam above that. And so he's reading things like that as an example. He knows, okay, it's if there's going to be a play to the net, it's going to be now, and it's most likely going to be here, and he's ready for it. And you see that confidence, and you see the confidence in the group around too. where in the past, pucks thrown to the net or seams, you'd see us give up a second or third chance and get rattled and running around. And, our group is pretty darn confident in those areas now. So it's both. I think it's the defensive group and mindset and Upi combined.
Don, young players make mistakes, and there's certain ways to handle them. Well, what do you do at this point with Skinner? I mean, with the overtime in Toronto, the 2-on-0 today, I mean, it's a veteran guy making troubling plays, and his ice time reflected it today, but how do you get him out of that situation?
Yeah, I think he'll get out of it. I think he's got a lot of pride in his game, and he cares, and he'll work his way out of it. There's no question. The decision today was, with less ice time for a couple guys, I thought the other guys are going, and the other guys I felt could win us a game. I felt the game didn't get out of hand early, and it was one of those games that looked like it could have. And I felt, the way Upi's been playing, the way we've been confident defensively, even though these pucks went in early, I think if we got a chance to win this game, just stay in it. And I thought, like I said, that line of Jost really stepped up today, and you're playing to win. So, the decision today was certain guys had it more than others. They're going to play because we're in a need to win situation, obviously. And there's some nights where you don't have anybody going, or there is no discrepancy between, and it's hard to go to certain guys and limit others because there's not much discrepancy. And today I felt that Joe's line was really at a high level, and that's the difference.
So that was solely the issue with JJ because he didn't play at all in the last, I think it was 30 minutes of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it was again, you're shortening the bench. There's such a discrepancy, I thought, between the guys that were going and the guys that were a little more challenged to go tonight. And it's just, again, you're in a 2-1 game, and it's winnable, and you got a chance to win it. Obviously, we did, and it's night to night. You can't bench guys all the time. You can't sit guys all the time. It's night to night, and you hold players accountable different ways and do different things at different times based on the situation. And tonight, with those other guys going, again, there was such a discrepancy I felt, and line to line, it was the decision was easier as a result.
What did you notice about the psychology of the group when you walked in today, coming off the deadline and walking in the room for the first time without their captain?
I think Dylan Cousins had an incredible game. Thompson, he wasn't 100% today. I mean, I think everybody knows that, and made sure he was in the lineup. I mean, he wanted to go in the lineup. I think those and Dulles, and I think these guys want to make they want to rise, and so I thought that they attacked lots of guys, attacked the situation, and wanted to really elevate, knowing that we need to elevate in absence of some of the guys that were good players for us.
Started Rasmussen Bow in overtime. Is that something that was just a matchup against McDavid and Draisaitl, or does Bowen open up those opportunities for those two defensemen? Great
question. It was no matchup. It's something we'll do. I mean, it's those two, watching those two players, Darlene and Byram together. They did a lot of very special things out there tonight, a lot of subtleties that, I think it will become more and more noticeable consistently. The way they move pucks up the ice and through the neutral zone, and then put defensive team on their heels in the offensive zone. They did a lot of subtleties together. They read the situation offensively and even defensively, breaking pressure. Very, very high intelligence and obviously high skill level, and it backs the other team off. So, that wasn't just a thing that we'll do tonight. When you have that, it's an asset, and you'll use it certainly in that situation.